Hi guys, Tammy here. Look at these clouds. Isn't that awesome? Some kind of storm coming in. Looks like waves. Looks like waves in the ocean. The sky is the ocean. Wow, man, that's freaking cool. Hi. I am hopping on to do a little chat and collective reading for the day. Hi, April. I think we're getting ready for a storm. The clouds are cool. I can't say that I've ever seen any formations like that. But, okay, come on, Jelly Bean. Come on, Mama's Jelly Bean. I was thinking this morning about, yesterday I was talking about letting go and not being so attached to things. And I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys a little bit about releasing fear and becoming unattached from, again, people, places, and things. But there's so much stuff going on out there. If anybody listens to the news for very long, it doesn't take very long to get triggered or be caught up in the fear of what's going on. Hi, Virginia. Hi. Hi, everybody. So, I was thinking about how the media and even spiritual teachers still toggle back and forth with entertaining fear-based thoughts, and you can hear it in how they talk, and they're trying to present themselves. A lot of these spiritual teachers are trying to present themselves as being wide awake, but yet they're not. And you can hear it in the words that they use, in the things that they say, and struggle with duality still. I mean, we're here to live this life and live it more abundantly. And everything right now is so fear-based with the inflation and the gas prices and all the bad news we hear about. So what is it that you guys do to keep yourself out of fear? Me, I don't listen to it. I don't listen to the news. I get my information, what I need, from Spirit to stay strong and keep moving forward without being so concerned with what's going on out there in the world that it wrecks my day. Stresses you out. You don't watch it very long. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think we need to be aware of what's going on out there, but not let it control us to the point of we act a certain way. We become riddled with fear and, worry, doubt, anxiety, because that's one way to stay in a vibration of anxiety is by listening to what's going on out there, right? Don't listen, because most of the time they're just stirring stuff up. Absolutely. They are stirring stuff up. And you know what? It's the people that are not awake. It's the people that we see the separation. We see the separation, the woke and the unwoke, and the spiritual and the not spiritual, and we see the separation. And if we're all supposed to be about unity, love, and light, then why are we still playing in that vibration that keeps us, in a duality mindset? Polarization. That's what I'm trying to say. Polarized. Right? Hi. Say hi, Jelly Bean. I didn't do Jelly Bean's hair today, but she don't mind. She likes having her hair down. Ponytails hurt her head. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, the things that we're seeing out there, and trying to not get involved at an emotional level. We don't want to become attached. We don't want to get involved at an emotional level, because when we get involved at an emotional level, guess what? That's a vibration. That's the vibe that we're going to, yeah, those clouds are cool. Oh, let me turn that around. My husband just said, look at the clouds. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, when we attach emotion to the thought, even if we're just we're listening and we're hearing, and it's like watching a movie, right? You can watch a movie, and the next thing you know, it's a sad scene, and you're sitting there crying like it's really, really happening. Well, that's what we do. We become emotionally attached. So yesterday, when I was talking about detaching, this is kind of goes with that, you know, learning how to observe something without having a deep emotional tie, because when you have a deep emotional tie to something, that's what's going to manifest in your life. You're going to bring a lot of sadness or depression or anxiety or fear, because you become tied in with the narrative, and it affects us. So learning to stay disconnected. Where did I put my cards? I don't think I even brought them out. Learning to stay connected to Spirit so that we get our information from Spirit is what we want to do. That's what we're going to practice. That's what we're here to practice. We're here to be a representation in the earth of God consciousness, right? God consciousness. Wow. And if we can stop ourselves from being pulled into these different narratives and just observe what's going on, when you know, when somebody triggers you or when something triggers you, go inside and say, you know, why'd that trigger me? How else are you going to get to know yourself? We have to ask these deep things within ourselves and stop pointing the finger at other people. Oh, so-and-so did this and so did that. Well, they're a mere reflection of you, so what is the message we're supposed to be learning? Right? So I brought the Soul's Journey cards today, and the Trust Your Vibes. And, you know, I really enjoy doing readings and helping people start a spiritual path of finding out who they truly are. We are, at our core, the very essence of God. Love. And God is love. And God is light. And light is information. And information can be good or bad. He's chasing the chickens out of my garden. They tore up my potato patch. Okay, let me shuffle this deck. I'm going to have to put this phone down here for a second so I can shuffle the deck. But, look at that. Did you see that? Here it comes. It jumped out. Decide. So we need to decide. Are we going to entertain thoughts in the third realm, fourth realm, 3D realm, you know, dual, constantly back and forth, back and forth? We don't have to be. We don't have to play in that energy field. When we know ourselves and we know Spirit within us, we are that Spirit. We are the Spirit of God, the breath of God. We don't have to play in those realms. We don't have to let it affect us. That's what I mean. So decide, step back and decide before we jump into a reaction. Step back and ask, okay, am I even going to entertain that? I cannot believe all the stuff that I let myself get pulled into. Instead of reflecting on it as a mirror, getting the message, what the message is trying to tell me, say to me, what Spirit is trying to say to me, so that I can be the best representation of God consciousness in the earth. I'm loving it. It's a game. We get to choose what game we want to play. Jelly Bean, what are you doing, Jelly? Okay, let's see what we get now. You guys are going to like this. Learn. Isn't that what I was just talking about? What's the message? What's the lesson we're supposed to learn? April, I think my brother is telling me to let go. It's okay. I lost him 2 years ago. I know that feeling, April. I lost my brother a year ago in February, and it's very hard because we have that emotional attachment to our loved ones. So when they pass, you know, we don't just grieve and go through the 5 stages of the grief cycle. We mourn ourselves into a depression. It's very hard to let go, but you can cut the ties. You had a soul tie with your brother. You can cut the ties and still honor his memory, still honor him as your brother, still contact him and talk to him, and he'll come through when he's got something to say. Yeah, I agree. Grief is very hard to deal with. I mean, we lost 3 people in 2 years, back to back to back, from sickness and disease. And 2 of those people we were the direct caregivers to. So I took myself off. I wasn't doing readings. I wasn't helping anybody. 100% of my energy was going to take care of my sick family. And it was like that for 2 years. So I completely understand. And then I had to give myself time to heal after it was all over. It's okay to give yourself that time and to take that time to heal. And you should. But you don't have to become Jelly Bean attached to the trauma. When we become attached to the trauma, it's like an addiction. Depression even. You get addicted. You can get addicted to depression because of the chemicals that it releases in the body through thoughts. Our thoughts produce chemicals in our system, right? So you can become addicted to grief. You can become addicted to depression, and it really is a mindset and changing your mind. But it can be done. You can change your mind. We can change our mind. 3 weeks, 21 days to make a new habit. And I've been thinking about a lot about how we react to certain things with what's going on in the world today. The energies coming in are so strong, you guys, so strong, and they're going to keep getting stronger. They're being measured at all-time highs, the CMEs and solar flares, and those things affect us. So we are going to see people that are awakened are going to continue to grow spiritually. People that have a spiritual practice are going to continue to grow and develop that and become more Christ-like. And the people that don't, they might go bonkers. I hate to say. Some of them already are. Right? Let's see. So, thank you, Spirit. Oh, hey, that was the first card. I should leave them cards out. Decide. We need to decide which direction we're going to go in. Are we going to continue our spiritual growth and so that we can walk in love without being so attached to things that that when we suffer a loss, it breaks us, literally. It's a trauma. Or when somebody passes, we can see it as a blessing that they're not suffering. They're just across the veil. We know they didn't die. They just laid down their flesh. They laid down their fleshly body. So, and we can look at it as a blessing that they chose to be part of your life. Listen to your body. What's your body saying? Are you anxious? Are you depressed? Or are you walking in joy, love, and peace? Our body tells us a lot, and if we pay attention to it, I mean, you can even, your body tells you what to eat. If we don't overindulge, and your body tells you what it needs. So listen to your body. What's your body saying? I think you're right, April. You're absolutely right. It's time to let go of a lot of things. And you guys aren't the only ones. I'm doing it too. We're all doing it. We're all doing this together, and we need to help each other. Let's see. Hi, Lena. All right. Listen to your heart. I think we're getting a message here. Listen to your heart. When we drop down into our heart space, that's where Spirit is. That's where our God core is. Our light is in our heart space. And when we drop down into our heart space and we get our information from there, you can bet it is 100% accurate. That information is correct. Your heart will never lead you wrong. Your heart will never lie to you. Come here, Joey. Wow. All right. See the solution. What an amazing story the cards are telling us today. See the solution. How you see the solution also affects what things manifest in your life, what emotions manifest in you, right? So when we drop down into our heart, we decide to drop down into our heart. And then we can see the solutions for what they are. We can not only see solutions, we can get the best advice ever. Because it's coming from your higher self. It's coming from the essence of who you truly are. Spirit, God consciousness. It's amazing. I want to pull from this other deck now. Hello. Hi, Shiloh. So let's do Soul's Journey. We're on a journey, ain't we? It's been a challenging year. First half of the year has been very challenging. And I don't expect that to change. But what I can change is how I react to situations and certain things, and I know how to step back and observe something without a raging reaction. And I'm watching the hummingbirds, and then respond from my heart, because we can drop down into our heart and respond. And people that trigger us for a reason, and it's always about us. It ain't about them. So if somebody triggers you, don't get upset with them. See the mirror. What's the inverted story? What, baby? You want up here with Mama? Come here. See the distortion. You want to blame so-and-so because they triggered you and made you mad over spilling a cup of milk, so to speak. But really, it was about you. It was showing you. And why did you get mad over spilt milk? Really? Something needs to be healed, right? All right. Okay. Thanks, guys, for sharing for me. Share this into groups, please, because I am blocked. I'm in Facebook jail. I'm not allowed to share into groups. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. That's what we're learning. This is what we're learning. Patience, that everything happens in divine order. I'm speaking to me now, because I am not strong with patience with myself. You know, I need to have more grace with myself. When I want something, I want it now. I want it done right. And sometimes we need to step back and wait for that clear direction that comes from our heart. Right? Everything happens in divine order, and we need to accept that and stop being so daggone hard-headed. Okay. Loneliness. This is for you, April. I know that I'm never alone. Loneliness. You miss that relationship with your brother. I miss that relationship with my brother too. And sometimes it strikes. It comes in like a hit and run. It strikes at the strangest times. You know, anything can trigger that loneliness. But I think that realizing that and seeing it, now you can step back and release the loneliness, not hold on to it. Let it go. Release it. Offer it back up to your brother. Say, you know what? I just had this great memory doing something with my brother. I was thinking of how much fun we used to have, and then boom, here it comes, like a hit and run. You get overwhelmed with loneliness. And step back. Say, you know what? I'm not lonely. He's not gone. He's just over there. And you already still connect to him. You have that connection. You do hear him. You do get signs. So we can take the loneliness and offer it back up to God's source. And say, you know what? I honor how I feel this moment, but I'm not going to hang on to it. And then change your vibration. Like changing the station. Yup, like waves, sweetheart, I know. Here it comes. It's jumping out. This card's jumping out. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So, yesterday I was talking about the Ho'oponopono prayer and I forgot to post it. Did I? No, I did post it. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. What was the other one? There's 4. I can't remember. It'll come to me. But forgiveness, when we decide that we're going to operate from the heart space of forgiveness, you can forgive them. That doesn't mean you have to excuse poor behavior, because integrity means something. Honesty means something. That character means something, right? And those traits carry a vibrational frequency. So you can forgive poor behavior and use it as a lesson to teach somebody about integrity or having morals and values. And when we take that forgiveness and we release it, we let go of the pain, whether it's a judgment about somebody or somebody hurt you or whatever the case may be. We've all come from screwed up backgrounds, you guys, all of us. Hi, Suzanne. Thanks for sharing. We all have baggage and trauma to heal and release, and that's what we're here to do. Release all the stored memories from a zillion lifetimes ago, because we are eternal, we never die. Release those memories so that the new light can come in and fill our cups full, so that our cup runs over with love, peace, and joy. So forgive. Don't hang on to grudges. Holding a grudge can literally make us sick. It's not worth it. And when we can forgive, you know, when we can come to a place of forgiving, we're not letting that person, place, or thing affect our emotions anymore. And we're releasing it. Right, Jelly Bean? One more. If you guys would like to book a private session, just send me a private message. I'm doing 20 minutes for $20 or 30 minutes for $30. It's $1 a minute, basically. And I can also connect with your loved one and channel. Okay, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So earlier we were talking about that spiritual practice, right? Make it a discipline, because I promise you, you won't regret it. It keeps you in a state of perfect peace. It keeps you in joy. It keeps you in love. Whether it's journaling, it could be something just as simple as journaling, a discipline, a spiritual practice, meditating, praying. Get into a habit of cutting things off in the ethers, cutting off soul ties with people, places, and things so that they can't energetically affect you. You take responsibility for yourself and how you feel, and you create the emotions that you want to feel by thoughts. So when you think about love, how does that make you feel? When you think about joy, how does that make you feel? Sometimes it's hard, but it's all doable. It can be hard. It can be hard, and it's hard because we're attached. We have a lot of attachments that need to be cut off and let go of. And the more we do that and practice that alone, you become lighter, lightweight, more airy. You might even have to go ground a lot. Okay, you talked me into it. One more. But yes, you can do whatever you set your mind to. And it can be difficult. I'm not saying that it can't, because it is. difficult, but it comes in waves. And the great thing about it is that we have control over that. We can control it. We can control how we feel and how we react. Last one, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. What? Hey, that's the same thing as discipline. I know I can do whatever I set my mind to. Right? Perseverance is in each and every one of you. We all have the ability to persevere. The thing of it is we don't have to be under pressure to be in a stress mode 24 hours a day. And having a spiritual practice takes you out of fight or flight, stress. It relieves you from that stress mode. And then we can heal our body, our mind, and our emotions. So that's what I got for you today, guys. Thanks for being on here with me. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for your comments. We stubborn people are like that. Once we are set, we are set. Yeah. True. That's true. You guys have a great day, and I will, I might hop back on later this evening. But if you know anybody that needs a reading, please share. 20 minutes for $20. I will see you guys later. Love you. Have a great day.